Phil. We lost Phil. He was always ready to lay down his life for a worthy cause. Guess saving the lives of your friends qualifies. He was a good man, and a fighter to the end. Jake's gone too. Damn him. Anyway, we finally made it. El Presidio. We were supposed to pick up Dr. Clark's trail here at the Jolly Good Club, but I'm not sure what good that will do us now. Those of us who are left. Everything's changed.
There she is, El Presidio.
It's grown since I was last here.
Cities have a habit of doing that.
Goodness, it's huge. How will we ever find what we're looking for?
Shouldn't be too tough to find our way around. We just need to find a safe place to park the wagon.
Oh no, this is the end of the line for me.
What?
Our deal was I get you to El Presidio. Here we are. Our business is concluded. Good luck finding whatever it is you're after. I'll be in town a couple more days, Nadine. Come find me when you're done.
What do we do now?
Suppose we should find a place to stay. We'll need to plan...
Good evening. I'm terribly sorry to interrupt, but are you Miss Harley Leger?
Oh, that's the man. Oh yeah, the had that rich lady in Rosewater.
Depends who's asking.
My name is Timothy King. I've been sent to welcome you to our fair city.
Thanks?
My employer is quite keen to meet you and your associates. There's a carriage waiting to take us to the offices of Vespuccia Petrol. Please, follow me if you would.
Hmm.
And just who is this mysterious employer of yours?
I'm afraid she would be quite cross with me if I robbed her of the pleasure of introducing herself. You'll soon be acquainted.
Fine. Let's go then.
They're here, ma'am.
Thank you, Timothy. Miss Leger, please come in. Welcome to El Presidio. I hope your journey here wasn't too unpleasant.
Just who in the ether are you?
I appreciate you must have many questions, Miss Leger. I shall gladly answer them, but first permit me to ask one of my own. Where is Mr. Ackerman?
I haven't a clue. We were attacked by the Blackburns and he turned tail and ran.
I see. Pity for him. This is a blatant breach of contract.
Beg pardon?
My name is D.W. Shaw. I am the owner and operator of Vespuccia Petrol. Last week, I met with Mr. Ackerman in Rosewater to discuss a business proposition. I engaged his services to track down Dr. Bennett Clark and bring him to me. A few days ago, I received a letter informing me he was on his way here along with the team he had assembled. He seemed confident you had found a significant lead as to Clark's whereabouts. But now... you tell me he has abandoned your group and the assignment. This puts me in a rather awkward position. But perhaps all is not lost. You've come this far. I see no reason why you can't finish what Mr. Ackerman started.
I'm confused. You asked Jake to look for Dr. Clark?
Correct.
Then why did he tell us we were searching for Clark's missing fortune?
Missing fortune? What missing fortune?
Jake said Dr. Clark left behind a bunch of money when he disappeared.
I see. I haven't a clue why he chose to mislead you. Perhaps he felt a treasure hunt would be more enticing.
He certainly did have a flair for the dramatic.
A risk of hiring a stage entertainer. But the truth would have had to come out eventually. My agreement with him was quite clear. 25,000 crowns in exchange for bringing me Dr. Clark. The same agreement applies to the three of you.
So you're telling me Clark's still alive?
Alive, and ironically, somewhere in El Presidio. What exactly was this lead you found?
Right before he disappeared, Dr. Clark was invited to stay at the Jolly Good Club.
Ah, yes, I know it. Quite exclusive. I myself have never set foot inside. You intend to search for him there?
Seems the best option.
Very good. You'll find the club on Cedar Avenue between Gull and Hare Street. In the meantime, I will ensure your stay here is comfortable.
Good job,
I've
Murphys.
reserved rooms at the Presidio Hotel.
Now you just
on the
need
other
to go
side
on
of
a
town.
15-win
Must be
streak then.
Exhausted. I'll have Timothy summon a coach. Enjoy your rest. Should you need to speak with me again, you may return here. Good night to you.
I can't remember the last time I slept in such a comfortable bed.
Neither can I.
So what's our plan for tonight?
To see what we can find out at the Jolly Good Club.
Well, this took all twist.
Hey, Nadine. What do you suppose Shaw's reason for wanting Clark is?
An excellent question. My guess would be to hire him, though I've no idea for what.
Oop.
I can't understand how Jake could just run off like that.
I can't either. I thought he was supposed to be a legendary hero.
That's what he wanted everyone to believe.
It's kind of sad. I wonder if he believed it himself.
I can't believe Phil is gone.
I know. I miss him too. I feel awful that I couldn't save him. I truly tried everything I could.
I know you did. Don't go beating yourself up. Think of it this way. The last thing he saw was the kind, compassionate face of someone who cared about him, trying to help. That's more than a lot of folks get at the end.
Yes, I know. I think the best way we can honor Phil's memory is to finish what we came here to do.
You're absolutely right. Do you suppose Miss Johnson will be okay?
She's a very strong person, but she is quite expert at hiding her feelings. More gets to her than she lets on.
You think?
I know. You don't think she's really cold and heartless, do you? She's just careful about who she lets in. It's hard to trust when you've been burned too many times.
Whenever does
suppose I can relate.
matchmaking, it never makes sense, in my opinion. In multiplayer games. Oh, second mission done, Warriors? Damn.
Hey, Danny?
Yes, Harley.
What do you suppose Shaw's interest in Dr. Clark is?
Could be anything, really. But I'm guessing it has to do with making her money.
Sorry about Jake. You must be real busted up about it.
I was, at first. The more I thought about it, the more I realized how obvious it should have been. He was full of hot air. Having me do all the shooting, never a shred of proof to back up his stories. I thought working for him was the first stepping stone on some longer path. I thought I had so much to learn from him. Guess he taught me a lesson in the end, all right.
It's full speed ahead, right, Warriors?
Poor Phil. I really miss the guy.
Me too. It's not the same without him. I really hope things don't fall apart for his revolution.
Me too. But that's not really up to us. Miss Johnson really went through it with us. Hope she'll be okay.
I think she will be. At the very least. She's got a new dog friend to keep her company.
A snowy winter scene must count as an exotic landscape around here. A painting of an ore mine. Maybe it's meant to be motivational? A full day's sleep did me good. A portrait of a young soldier in uniform, practically still a kid. It's a sketch of something? I can't tell what. Big family. Maybe the hotel owners? Bizarre, enormous creature. Don't know what I'd do if I met that out in the woods. A bowl of fresh tropical fruit for the hotel guests. This banana looks nice and ripe. Don't mind if I do. It's not that cold out, but a fire still feels nice. A full day's
Hmm. Doo-doo-doo.
A painting of a city street at night. The architecture looks more like something you'd see back east. We should get a move on. It's full of tools. Good evening, sir.
Hello. What can I do for you?
Got any tips for what to do and see around here?
Oh, first time visiting, huh? Annabro Square Park is a nice spot to relax. Closed after dusk, of course. I'd say the wharf's the beating heart of the city. But it gets pretty rough at night. It's just northeast of here. For a taste of the Far East, there's Chinatown. That's on Annabro Square Road between Finch and Gull. Communicating with the folks there can be a challenge. Although, I suppose your friend could help.
Thanks. That's very helpful. Are you familiar with the Jolly Good Club?
Sure, I've heard of it. Real fancy place in the north part of town. Never been inside. That sort of place ain't for people like me. No disrespect, but I doubt they let you in either.
Have you heard of Dr. Bennett Clark?
Can't say I have. Sorry.
What are you working on up there?
Just fixing the hotel sign. New management's looking to spruce the place up. Promised me a new tool set, too. Can't complain.
Something wrong with your current tools?
They're old and rusty. Need replacing years ago. But hey, better late than never, huh? I'm most looking forward to a new drill. Old one could hardly make a hole in a bar of soap.
Thanks for the chat. I'll let you get back to work.
Evening to you.
The Vespuccia Petrol Building. Shaw really does have a great view of the city, when it's not all blocked by fog, anyway.
Okay, I'm gonna go this way. Time to get lost! Oh god. They said in north, right? Oh. They said the park was north.
Nothing remarkable here. Nothing remarkable here.
How was it? There was... Gull and... Either between Gull and Hare Street. Okay, here's a Gull. Okay, so this is Gull. Hare Street is probably also one that goes down then. Oh, here's Hare Street, okay.
Nothing remarkable here. Nothing remarkable here.
Okay, so it's at this Cedar Avenue here that we are on now.
Nothing remarkable here. 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 Nothing remarkable here.
But we should be here then.
This fancy building must be the Jolly Good Club.
May I help you?
Good evening. I was hoping you could tell me if Dr. Bennett Clark was here.
I'm afraid, madam, that I'm unable to provide information of that sort.
Don't suppose I could come inside and look?
Absolutely not. This is a members-only club.
And how does one become a member?
One must meet certain requirements. Quite frankly, you do not. Good evening.
So much for the direct approach.
There must be a way to get in.
Seems to be something back here, maybe?
Lots going on back here.
All the work is kept tucked away, out of sight of the members. One of these people might know a way to get inside the club.
I can see into the Jolly Good Club's kitchen. Not as fancy as I was expecting. Judging from its position under the window, and the fact that the cook keeps throwing things in it, I'd say this is a waste barrel. Hello, sir.
I'm sorry I can't talk. I'm busy preparing dinner.
Mostly discarded food and scraps. Oh, this greasy rag might be useful.
Okay.
This rag is soaked in grease. Why did I think it was a good idea to carry this around? It's a cart full of what appears to be linens and bedding. Excuse me, ma'am?
She has anything to say?
What you want?
I was hoping to ask you some questions.
No English, sorry.
Danny, think you might help me out here?
你好，律师。
Oh, hello, young man. I didn't realize you were friends with this woman. Did you want something?
Do you work at this club?
I wash all the bedding and linens. Why do you ask?
We're trying to get inside.
Good luck. This club is for rich white men only.
We don't want to join. We just need a quick look around.
Ah, well, now that's different. I suppose I could help you with that, sneak you in through the employee door. But first, I will ask you a small favor.
What do you have in mind?
I have a contract with some people, and I'd like to get out of it.
What sort of people?
You don't live here, do you?
I used to when I was younger.
Then you know exactly what kind of people I mean.
Right. I'm not sure what we can do, but we could try. Who's your contract with?
The Society of Open Arms.
And what's your name?
Mei Hui.
Okay. I'll see what we can do.
Thank you, young man. Good luck.
Well,
She can help us, but we need to do her a favor first. We need to get to Chinatown, Enebro Square Road between Finch and Gull. I'll explain everything on the way.
excuse me, sir, are you all...
Oh, God, that smell.
Sorry. I mean,
Whatever the devil it is, I've got it bad. Save yourself and steer clear.
you're in luck. My friend over there's a healer. Nadine, can you come have a look at this man?
Hello, sir.
Eh? You're some kind of doctor, Missy?
I practice medicine, yes. If you tell me what's wrong, maybe I can help.
Think I had some bad water. Had me spewing everywhere.
I see. Where did this bad water come from?
That horrid flop house, I'm sure. Oh, it's all so squalid. One unlucky business decision, and you're out on the street. A pauper. I came back here to the club, hoping for a modicum of human compassion in a time of need. Now I see how deep friendship and brotherhood really runs.
Didn't go so well for him, huh?
About as deep as one's account balance, it turns out. Amicitia et fraternitas, my soiled backside.
Back to the club? You were a member?
For nearly 20 years. All that history, erased in a blink of an eye.
This man is seriously ill. Cholera from the sound of it.
Can you do anything for him?
He's severely dehydrated. The best I can do is mix up a rehydrating solution, but I'll need a few things.
Like what?
Coconut water, ginger, and banana. We should hurry. If we don't help him, he won't last till sunrise.
Well, we don't have, Well, we have the banana. Okay, so we need to go... Why isn't that written down somewhere? Hmm. He was somewhere. God damn it! I had to talk to him.
Hey, Danny.
Yes, Holly.
How's it feel to be back here?
Hard to say. I'm glad to be back, but I'm also reminded why I left. Kind of an odd feeling.
Remind me where you said we could find Chinatown?
Enebro Square Road between Finch and Gull.
Hmm. Oh, Finch is another one that goes down then, huh? Here's Finch. It's gonna be down here somewhere.
Looks like I found Chinatown. At least this one's partly in English.
Okay.
All right there, Danny?
Yep.
Hey, Nadine. So, what do you think of El Presidio?
I'm trying not to be overwhelmed. All these buildings and streets. How does anyone find their way around? It's unlike anything I've seen before. I'm glad I got the chance to visit.
Tell me again what ingredients you need to make your rehydration solution.
Of course, I still need coconut water, ginger, a banana. Ah, perfect. Thank you.
Excuse me?
Wait your turn! Can't you see I'm helping someone already?
Yes, but I only wanted to know if you sell ginger.
Ginger? Yes, 1 crown. But I'm busy right now. You'll have to get it yourself. In the cabinet behind you. Check the list on the shelf.
I'm guessing this is where all the medicines and herbs are stored.
Ginger is that weird looking ads. Oh. Yeah, it's B, right? I think.
Hey, this isn't ginger. What's going on here?
Hmm. The heck?
I looked in the drawer the ginger's supposed to be in, but it's not there.
Must be my stupid assistant mixing things up again. He's not so good at telling letters and numbers apart.
That was number 2 then?
That's not what I need. Not sure what this is, but it's not ginger.
I avoid numbers and letters, you know, B2, no?
Not sure what this is. That's not what I... Not sure what this is. That is... Not sure... That is... That's not what... That's not... Not sure what... It's unmarked. Not sure what... That's not what... That is not... Not sure what... That's not what I need. That is not... That's not what... Aha! Here's the ginger.
Oh, B and A, so.
Here, I found the ginger.
Okay, 1 crown.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Okay, something to do with this, though. See.
Yeah, what is it?
Jimmy?
Danny? What are you doing back here?
You two know each other?
It's been a long time.
You're telling me.
Can we come in? We need to speak to whoever's in charge.
You can, sure. Your friends are a different story.
I take full responsibility for them. They're trustworthy.
All right. I'll take your word. Come on in. We've got a lot of catching up to do.
Okay. Coffee required. Let's see.
These look valuable. Probably why they're kept so high up. Very colorful decorations they've got. Looks like an intense game. What's that banner say, Danny?
Secrets are kept within these 4 walls.
Here, we value the ability to mind one's own business.
A painting of a Chinese landscape.
Eh?
All right there, Danny?
Yep.
Pardon me, could we have a word?
Sure. Give us a minute, Danny.
I want to talk about your contract with Mei Hui.
The laundress who works at that fancy club?
The very same. She wants out.
So she sent Danny and his friends to negotiate? That's strange. You make a deal with her or something?
We're trying to get inside the Jolly Good Club. She told us she could sneak us in if we got her out of her contract.
I see. Well, miracles do happen. If you intend to negotiate the terms of her contract on her behalf, I need you to understand exactly what you're agreeing to.
Go on.
Under Mei Hui's current deal, she donates 10% of her earnings to the club. In exchange, she gets certain benefits. She's already requested to be released from her contract. Okay, we said. We're reasonable people. All we asked was that she make a simple delivery for us first. She refused. Now you're making the same request. Okay, but precious time has been wasted here. The price has gone up. Now it's 2 jobs.
What kinds of jobs exactly?
Both still simple. The delivery is 1. But first I need you to run another errand. I have this valuable timepiece, unfortunately damaged and in need of repair. Take care of that, then we can discuss the delivery.
What happened to this watch?
A little disagreement. Someone got upset and threw it against the door over there. It smashed open. I collected all the pieces I could.
Where am I supposed to get this watch repaired?
There's a pawn shop at the wharf. Lady who runs it fixes things too.
I'm new in town. What's to know about El Presidio?
Ask Danny. He'll tell you all you need to know.
So how are you and Danny acquainted?
We grew up together.
Is that right?
Yeah, we were like brothers. Used to play on this very street. Then he ran off with Petey and some other guys. Thought I'd never see him again. It's good to know Danny got away from that crowd. I never much liked them.
All right. Danny told me about Petey.
Doesn't surprise me. He idolized that kid. Did he say if anything happened to him?
Yeah, he was killed in a botched robbery.
Figures. That explains why Danny's not latched onto him anymore. Anyway, this is all ancient history.
What exactly is this place?
It's the Society of Open Arms, a social club, a place for our community to gather. We take care of our own here.
And what's your job here? Jimmy, was it?
Yeah, that's right. I do lots of things. Mostly I make sure everybody feels safe. Anything my boss asks me to do, I take care of.
Your boss, huh? Who might that be?
Nobody you need to be concerned about. You got any questions or business affairs, you talk to me.
Okay. Thanks for answering my questions.
My pleasure.
All right there, Danny?
Yep.
So the door over there. Okay.
There's a hole between the floorboards. It seems to be full of mouse poop. Yuck.
Anybody wants a mouse?
Somebody dropped a crown between these floorboards. I can't reach between the floorboards with my fingers. Hey, there's a little gear stuck between the floorboards. Must be from the broken watch. No good. I'll need to find something else. I can't reach the gear with this.
Aw. Can't collect the rat poop. Sorry, people.
Fresh ginger. This rag is soaked in grease. Why did I think it was a good idea to carry this around? Hey, Nadine.
Okay. I need something to be able to pick this up, though. What if I tell him that there is a gear there?
I've got nothing to ask right now.
Okay. Guess I don't have anything to say. God damn it. So now we need to get to...
All right there, Danny?
Yep.
No. So we had those two. We need something called a wharf.
Nothing remarkable here.
Might see if he's here.
He's busy. I'll leave him be. It's full of tools. You see the drill the repairman mentioned. Would you mind if I took your old drill?
Nah, be my guest. It's badly rusted, though. Doubt you'll get much use out of it.
Let's see if there's anything we can get in here, maybe. Doesn't seem to be anything here. Huh. Let's see what happens if we go here.
Welcome back, Miss Leger.
A bunch of oil rigs in the desert. Probably one of Shaw's operations. Quite a view you've got.
I make a habit of seeing far.
But
interesting rock.
It's a lodestone, highly magnetic. You have to imagine the invisible lines of power radiating out all around it.
oh. Can I borrow it?
Would you mind if I borrowed your lodestone?
I'll trust it's for a good purpose. Just be sure to return it.
I promise I'll hand it back to you, along with Dr. Clark. Mrs. Shaw?
Yes, Miss Leger.
Anything you can tell a first-time visitor about this city?
For such a young city, it's bursting with opportunity. Everything back east is all used up. I wouldn't be surprised if El Presidio outpaces New Britannia within 2 decades.
Why exactly do you want Dr. Clark?
It's quite complicated. I haven't the time to go into detail. Suffice it to say, I wish to make an offer of employment.
Why would an etheric researcher want a job at an oil company?
All that need concern you is the fact I'm paying you to procure him.
What made you decide to hire Jake, of all people, for this job?
His reputation as a capable agent. His intervention in the Boakes affair, for instance. I needed a man found and brought in discreetly, and Mr. Ackerman was already in Rosewater, where the trail began. It seemed auspicious at the time. Alas, we all make mistakes.
Have you heard of an organization called the Society of Open Arms?
The Chinatown Syndicate? You're not getting involved with them, are you?
I wouldn't say involved, necessarily.
Stay on your guard would be my advice. I've not had any trouble with them, but one hears stories.
Can you tell us anything more about the Jolly Good Club?
It's a club for the well-to-do men of the city to gossip and talk politics. Rather puerile, if you ask me. I can't imagine how you plan to get inside. Without Mr. Ackerman, you seem to be at a disadvantage.
We'll find a way.
That's what I like to hear.
If we're going to be working for you, I'd like to know some more about you.
My, you are inquisitive.
How did you come to be the head of Vespuccia Petrol?
My late husband founded this company. He was a very clever man. Fortunately for him, he recognized my business acumen and relied exclusively upon my counsel. I ran the company for many years in his name. After his passing, that fiction was dispensed with.
Have you lived in Vespuccia long?
Oh, about 30 years now. For some peculiar reason, Vespuccians seem to accord an English accent more respect, so I kept it.
What do your initials stand for?
Dorothy Wilhelmina, but simply DW has proved more expedient for my purposes.
I think that's all. Thanks.
Very good.
Okay. So we can use this then. For the I was afraid the game crashed. Let's see. So we can see the park there. Okay, we can't go more left. But let's go here. Let's go in. We can use when we go here.
Nice. I'm 1 crown richer. Carefully now. Got it. I'll put it with the other loose gears.
Okay.
I've got nothing to...
Question is if we're gonna do something at the park. I just wonder if the wharf it's over here, huh? Yeah.
Nothing remarkable here.
It's a wharf?
Nothing remarkable here.
Goodness, this place is bustling.
Watch yourselves, friends. Big cities aren't always kind. They're giving those documents some serious contemplation. These two are engaged in some highly emotional quarrel.
General store? Hello? Huh?
She's just doing her job. He's sleeping one off. Hard to tell which is more the ass.
That's a good one.
Wow! This place is packed with stuff.
Seems there wasn't enough wall space for these. Lots of different types of lamps. Cheap art, the kind you'd expect to see, well, in a pawn shop. Everything you'd need to start your own farm. These look expensive. Probably not the wisest idea to keep them so close to the door. A collection of rather creepy dolls. I hate the way their eyes seem to follow me. A bunch of seafarers' trinkets. Captain Boylan would love these. An authentic bone china tea set. Hate to see the price tag. Repeaters, rifles, and shotguns. Good thing they're locked up. A variety of pistols under lock and key. It It's just not the same without our star guitar player. Do you seek work? Find your way. Approach a laborer and say, I am a stranger. Curious. It's way too faded to read. Ask about our special behind-the-counter items.
Yes, can I help you?
You've got an impressive selection, but I was wondering what you had behind the counter.
Got some jewelry, some repair kits, and a set of lockpicks.
I was wondering if you could have a look at this watch. It needs repair.
Where did you get this?
Does it matter?
Yes. I've seen this watch before. Someone from the Tong gave it to you, didn't they?
The what?
That place in Chinatown, the Open Arms Society, or whatever they call themselves. I already told them I wasn't interested in their business. They can send as many proxies as they like. It's not gonna change my mind.
So you won't fix this watch?
Nope.
So what am I supposed to do?
My advice would be to stop dealing with those people. But if you're hell-bent, I could sell you a repair kit and you can do it yourself.
Okay,
All right, how much for the repair kit?
You're gonna do it, huh? 4 crowns. Your funeral.
Sold.
Here you are. Pleasure doing business. And I'm in no way responsible for whatever happens next. Just to be clear.
I have something to sell.
Okay, what?
I have this tea caddy. How much would you say it's worth?
That is a rather nice piece. I can pay you 16 crowns for it.
You've got a deal. I have something to sell.
Okay, what?
What will you give me for this ancient arrowhead?
Depends. Where did it come from?
It was buried in the desert near Rosewater.
Well, I don't know how ancient it is. 20 crowns. And that's generous.
I'll take it.
Oh, got money again.
I could use the lockpicks. What's the price?
10 crowns.
Oh.
Okay,
Let's
I'll take
take
the
them so we
lockpicks.
have some.
And there you go. Just don't even think of using them here.
Quite a shop you've got here.
Glad you like it.
How did the ship get up here on land?
The city extended the shoreline when it built the new breakwater. Brought the land to the ship. About that time, some big trading company went bankrupt and couldn't pay the upkeep on its derelicts. So the harbor authority seized them, converted them to lodgings and shops.
Anything you can tell a first-time visitor about this city?
If you're not feeling it in your legs yet, you will soon. Something to look forward to. Honestly, who thought it would be a good idea to build a city in such a hilly place?
Know anything about the Jolly Good Club?
Never heard of it, sorry.
Appreciate the help.
Sure.
A variety of pistols under lock and key.
Oh, let's see if we can repair this then. So what the heck is
This gear won't fit there.
Is there something else we need?
Think this is the main gear controlling the mechanism. Think this is the main gear controlling the mechanism.
So...
Think this is the main...
No.
Okay, this doesn't look too tough. Just have to place the right gears in the right spots.
I was wondering, there must be something that's, like, not correct here.
This gear won't fit there.
And that one is gonna be there.
This gear won't fit there.
That doesn't add up.
This gear won't fit there. This gear won't fit there.
This is just how it looks like, but... yeah, this one needs to touch something, so there's something here that's not correct.
This gear won't fit there. This gear won't fit there.
And that won't match up.
This gear won't fit there.
The only thing that can be there is almost that one has to be there.
This gear won't fit there. This gear won't fit there.
Okay, that matches. Let me have this little one there. Doesn't... I mean, it looks like this should be it, but it doesn't reach there. Oh, we can do that one. Oh. Okay, so it's the other way around. There we go.
Ha! It works.
Okay. But if you're gonna save him, we need we have
Ah, perfect. Thank you.
where the heck are we gonna get the coconuts from now?
It's just not the same without our star guitar player.
Oh, just have something to do with the park, maybe. But I guess it only matters to say one of them. Or do one thing. Let's see if you go back here with the watch. Then we have something else we need to do.
I got your watch fixed.
Good job. Wait here a minute.
Feeling back at home yet?
More than I'd like to, frankly.
Here you are. Deliver this to the building at Gull Street between Harbor and Iglesia.
Do not open this box under any circumstances. Understand?
Yes, sir.
Come back here once you're finished. And remember, time is of the essence. Don't dawdle.
Do either of you have a strange feeling about this delivery?
I think whatever's inside this box is probably bad news.
I'm sure you're right about that.
So what do we do?
Deliver it, I guess. Jimmy said not to open it, and I don't think we want to cross these guys.
Oh, I don't like this.
We've been asked to deliver this box to someplace on Gull Street between Harbor and Iglesia. I hear ticking. Must be the pocket watch. We've been asked to deliver this box to someplace on Gull Street between Harbor and Iglesia.
Oh wait, there's Harbor.
Well now, what have we here? All right there, Danny?
Yep.
Hey, Nadine. I hear ticking. Must be the pocket watch. I suspect that would be unwise.
Yes?
Special delivery. I've brought you a package.
Who sent it?
No return address. We're just the messengers.
Odd. Leave it on top of the crate to your left.
That's that, I guess.
That was a lot easier than I was expecting.
Won't hear me complaining.
Okay.
Pardon me, could we have a word?
Sure. Give us a minute, Danny.
We delivered the package.
Excellent. Maybe now those smug union bastards will learn their lesson. Here, take this to Mei Hui. It's a letter releasing her from her contract with us.
Thanks.
Say, Jimmy, what was in that box anyway?
Oh, don't worry about that. Let's just say tonight's union meeting is going to start with a bang.
Oh, shit.
I knew there was something suspicious about that package.
Sounds like we just delivered the labor union a bomb.
Let's get back there and warn them before it's too late.
Yes? What is it?
That box you just got? You need to get rid of it. It's dangerous.
What?
Throw it in the bay or off a cliff or something. Whatever you do, don't open it.
Just who are you anyway?
A concerned citizen. Trust me on this, okay?
Well, thanks for the warning.
You think they'll listen?
Let's make tracks in case they don't.
Okay.
Here you are, ma'am.
You're no longer in debt to the Society of Open Arms.
Oh, is it true? Thank you so much. I had a feeling I could count on you.
So, about getting inside?
Yes, of course. I can sneak you in on my laundry cart. But it's not big enough to fit all three of you.
I think my friend Harley will be the one going in then.
Yeah. Fine. I take her through the door that leads to the club library. I think there's a presentation tonight, so most of the men will be distracted. Your friend should be able to sneak around undisturbed. But make sure she doesn't get caught. And if she does, you never met me.
Understood. Thanks for your help, ma'am. Okay, Harley, you're going in. Just climb inside the laundry cart.
This had better be worth it. Now to find Clark. The letter said he'd be staying in this L person's suite. So who and where is that? Volumes and volumes of books. Nothing particularly noteworthy, though. This club's membership has felled many an antlered beast. Display cases with different exhibits. Haven't got time or inclination to study them. I wonder how long it would take to read every one of these books, and if any of them are worth it. There's a plaque above all those portraits that says "In Memoriam." Seems these are former club members. It's a list of club members.
So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. I would assume it would be Lemuel Lem Barnett, Professor. Must they have somebody named L?
February 12th, 1850. Dr. Clark, I hope this letter. Upon hearing you, when they hounded you out after enduring one day, with warm regards, Dr. Roderick Nethersoul. P.S. How?
It's not from that one, so it's this.
February 9th, 1850. Clark, I have a business proposal. Relinquish that dusty. You may stay in my suite at the Jolly Good Club. My Orem Star membership and military rank afford me certain privilege. You will be furnished.
It's signed L.
P.S. You needn't have any concern for your valuables, as there is ample secure storage in the...
And he's military. So... to me, it sounds like Louis Lou Harvey than Sergeant. MP, I mean, what the heck is that gonna be then? I don't think so. Who else could it be? Oh, it could be Owen or Lester Admiral. L. But with the L though, it's like, I can't click anything out of these. So I think we need to come up with a different... This is the only club I'm in good standing though.
I imagine most of the folks in here are great admirers of Mr. Atwood.
So we need to find something else.
Standing up for the great big rich guy. A ferrotype showing a bunch of men outside the club. The plaque says opening day. A nondescript landscape, not very well executed. A painting of a cafe. Looks like somewhere in Europe. So many butterflies. This puts Sheriff Gamble's collection to shame. I wonder if these could actually be used in combat. Various ferrotypes of rich people enjoying themselves. Suppose they need to prove how happy they are. A stuffed bird. The plaque says it's called a dodo. How odd. There's a plaque above all those portraits that says,
Yeah, I don't know what the heck you can beat on. I mean, it could be this guy, an L. Was it a general? He said that he's a military, so there must be. So for me, that seems to be the one. Henry Hank Lawler.
Stern-looking fellow. He's got a medal on his chest with 4 stars on it. General Lancaster Bevins, 1770 to 1832. Hey, that's Miss Lee.
As you see, gentlemen, my analysis was correct. The region is absolutely
That's who we were helping
for the
collecting fossils, sir.
fossils. Though I have so far recovered only a small part of what I believe still lies out there, I was able to partially reconstruct the dinosaur skeleton you see before you. Quite a fearsome beast, isn't he? This ancient lizard, which I have christened the Eremosaurus, probably roamed the lands near the San Bernardo Valley over 72 million years ago.
This is fascinating, but I'd better get a move on. Bat. Mrs. Edgar Whitmire. I bet she's never set foot in this place either. Ham.
What? What the heck is... Oh. Bath and
Archie.
Ah, here we go. Star members.
He's wearing a medal shaped like a leaf. Why is that man pointing at a skull? Does he think it makes him look mysterious? Jovial-looking fellow. Either that or he's got a secret.
Oh, here is the military man.
The insignia on his shoulder shows 4 stars. What a sourpuss. I don't think I'd like to get on his bad side. Fancy ring. Probably worth a few hundred crowns. This man's got a vacant expression. Wonder what he was thinking about. I've never understood men who grow beards without mustaches. Kit. Chan. Lige. Warm air is coming from the grate. They must have that indoor steam heating I've read about. Willie. Barnabas Jordan, 1801 to 1845. Ned. Finney. Sigh. We've only been in El Presidio one day and I already miss the country.
Okay, so I need to go back to that one. Is that I can't remember what the middle. I think it was Archie. But I need to go back and make sure. If it is him, or this one was Hank. Who else could it be then? I'm just double checking here. We have another general here. Okay, so we have Hank and we have Willie. Funny ones. Let's report there. And I actually know which one of them it is. Because we have no other one that's that high. Generals with an L. Okay. Loader.
General Lancaster Bevins, 1770 to 1832. It's addressed to the widow Bonelli. There's no specific...
Oh yeah, we were...
It's addressed to the widow Bonelli. There's no specific address. It just says El Presidio.
Oh yeah, we were supposed to deliver that one. Oh crap.
February Clark, I have a business proposal. Relinquish that dusty laboratory. You may stay in my suite at the Jolly Good Club. My Orem Star membership and military, you will be furnished.
It's signed.
P.S. You needn't have any concern for...
Bat. Ham. Archie. Kit. The insignia on his shoulder shows 4 stars. Orem Star members. Where have I heard that before?
February 9th, 18... Clark, I have a bit. You may stay in my suite at the Jolly Good Club. My Orem Star membership and military rank afford me certain privileges. You will be furnished with the comforts owing to a man of your intellect and accomplishments.
It's signed L.
P.S. You needn't have any concern for your valuables, as there is ample secure storage in the room.
So...
Chan. Lige. Willie. Ned. Willie. Locked, of course. But these are the simplest door locks I've ever seen. Nothing to it. This must be Laporte's room, and there's the safe. Can't believe I've been wearing the same clothes nearly 2 weeks now.
God damn it.
Nothing. This desk hasn't been used in a while. Still life of some fruit and flowers. Hotel art. Nothing. This desk hasn't been used in a while.
There is nothing in the desk at all.
It's still early in the evening. I hope we can locate Clark before morning. I found a crumpled note. Better take it. General Laporte, as per your request, we have provided your suite with a safe. The combination is 12 right, 9 left, 5 right. Please share this information only with those you trust. Management.
God damn it, pen. What was the last one?
General Laporte, as per your request, we have provided your suite with a safe. The combination is 12 right, 9
Still check the other stuff.
A few suits. Nothing hidden in the sheets. A wild frontier. This has been one hell of a journey.
Uh, 12. Then it was 9. Then it was 5.
Hot damn! All right, let's see what we've got here. Some kind of wooden card? Better hang on to it. And another journal, but not Clark's. Uh-oh, sounds like the presentation's wrapping up. I'd better make myself scarce.
And who might you be?
Me? Why, I'm Harley Legere. What's your name?
My, I don't think I've ever met such a friendly burglar.
Burglar? What are you talking about?
This is a members-only club, and you clearly aren't a member. Therefore, I can only assume that you must have broken in. Your intent was to steal something, I suppose?
I just came in here looking for someone.
Oh, looking for whom?
Well, it's not you, so really, why should it matter?
You're quite clever. Very well, you can go. Let it not be said that General Laporte can't be merciful. But if I ever see you in here again, I won't be so lenient. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Were you successful?
I think so, but let's get out of here. Now, let's see what's in this diary I found.
Okay. At least for the letter that starts continues, we're not necessary. With Dr. Clark leading the effort, Project Rosewater can commence imminently. Our progress is expected. When my country is ready to sup on the fruits of this labor, she may well thank me for my foresight. When the facility is ready to receive its chief researcher. Oh, on Gannet Island. Okay.
Clark's not at the club anymore, but I found out who invited him to El Presidio. An army general named Laporte. He's got Clark on Gannet Island working on some secret operation called Project Rosewater.
Project Rosewater?
No idea what it is, but it's the whole reason Laporte brought Clark here.
Wait a minute. Remember those crates on the army supply wagon? The ones marked Rosewater? They weren't going to the town of Rosewater. They must have been coming here for Project Rosewater.
Of course. Fort Beaumont was just a waypoint. It sure seemed like a lot of stuff for one little outpost in the middle of nowhere.
So, the night deliveries, the Aurum boss.
Something big is going on here. We need to have a talk with Shaw.
Miss Legere, have you any news?
Clark's been moved to Gannet Island.
Gannet Island? But there's nothing there, just a crumbling fort and lighthouse.
Have you heard of an army general named Laporte? Or something called Project Rosewater?
Neither. Go on.
Then does that mean you're not aware what sort of trouble you're stirring up? This quest has run us afoul of some very dangerous people. If you expect us to get Clark for you, I want to know why you want him so badly.
Very well. Imagine airships, engines, furnaces, powered not by petroleum and coal, but by ethericity, an infinitely renewable energy source that comes from the sky itself. Clean, efficient, and economical.
But you run an oil company.
I run an energy company, Miss Legere. Energy takes many forms. With Dr. Clark in my employ, we can lay the groundwork now for a pivot from oil to ethericity. Once the benefits become apparent, the market will clamour for clean, safe, etheric energy. And only one company will be equipped to meet that demand on day one. Mine.
What about the ban?
Bans are imposed by governments, and governments change, Miss Legere. Not everyone supports Leroy's technophobic policies. The Labourites are barely hanging on. It's not just Atwood's trade party that would like to see etheric advancement back on the table. Royalists, justice, pioneers, even the Christian Union would all get on board. In these fractious times, ethericity has the potential to be a great uniter. Change is just over the horizon. But enough politics. You know where Clark is. Go get him. Best of luck. Before you go, my lodestone.
Oh, sure. Here.
Thank you.
Okay. So how the heck to be?
Hey, Nadine. All right there, Danny?
Yep.
Good evening, sir.
Hello. What can I do for you?
Do you know a way to get to Gannett Island?
Why would you want to go there?
Just curious.
Well, far as I know, it's only reachable by boat. Try asking at the wharf, I guess.
Thanks for the chat. I'll let you get back to work.
Evening to you.
Ah, there was something more here. There's the coconut we needed.
Good evening.
Evening to you.
That boat yours?
Sure is. Use her to fish during the day, but sometimes I take folks for a sail. The price is right, of course.
And what is the right price for a ride?
Depends. The cruise around the bay will run you 20 crowns a head. If you had something specific in mind, we can negotiate.
How much to go to Gannett Island?
Oh, hell. There's no amount of money could get me to set foot on that island.
Why not?
It's cursed. Haunted by demonic spirits.
Come on, really?
I've seen it with my own eyes. Horrid specters floating around the place, ready to kill anyone who gets too close. When they're out dancing in the sky at night, you can feel their evil influence in the air, too. Hot shivers going down the back of your neck. If you know what's good for you, you'll get any idea going out there out of your head.
Well?
Look, we really need to get to that island.
Good luck to you, then. Nobody in their right mind will take you there.
You said no amount of money could get you to set foot on the island. What if you just dropped us off?
You're dead set on going, aren't you?
I thought I'd made that clear.
All right. If you have such disregard for your life, there's nothing I can do about it. But I won't take you there for any less than 60 crowns.
Damn.
Bet that's made you change your mind, eh?
Not quite. We'll come back when we've got the money. I'd like to know about this city.
Oh, I love it here. There's a reason they call it the mouth of the West.
60?
We get all kinds coming through here from other provinces and other nations. El Presidio's been growing like crazy. Can't wait to see where it goes.
Ever heard of Dr. Bennett Clark?
Wasn't he the guy who blew up those people a few years back?
Yes, I suppose he was.
That's all I know about him. Sorry.
Thanks for the chat. Have a good night.
See you around.
Ring a ding. See if you have more stuff to sell. I don't know if you do.
What do you need?
Do you know a way to get to Gannett Island?
Only way to get there is by boat. Lucky for you, plenty of folks around here with boats. How willing they'll be to take you, that's another story.
Appreciate the help.
Sure.
A strange wooden card lined with metal. It's got some holes on one side.
But how the heck am I gonna get the money now, though? Do they have something?
Hey, Nadine. We've got to come up with enough money to charter that boat somehow. Any ideas?
Perhaps we could try selling something at the pawn shop? We could probably get decent money for my medical kit.
What? Are you sure you're willing to give that up?
If there's no other way, yes.
Hey, Danny?
Yes, Holly.
Any ideas for something we might pawn to raise money for the boat hire?
My pistols are valuable. We might get a good price for them.
You'd really be willing to part with them?
There's no other way. Sure.
Hey, Nadine.
What do you need?
I have something to sell.
Okay, what?
Oh my god, what are we gonna sell them? We sell his guns, and we don't have anything to do to fight with. If you do it with the med kit, we won't have anything to heal anybody to get. Oh, god damn it.
My doctor friend has a case with some medical supplies she'd like to sell.
Well, normally I'd send you to an apothecary, but I can probably pass them along. I can do 80 crowns.
That'll do.
Yeah, we got enough.
Thanks for your business.
Appreciate the help.
Sure.
Well, let's hope we don't need it.
Good evening.
Evening to you.
You drive a hard bargain, but we're not giving up. Here's the money.
All right. But the minute I drop you off, I'm gone.
How are we supposed to get back?
I'll come back for you. At dawn. If the ghosts haven't killed you before then, that is.
We'll take our chances. Let's go. Owing to the island's reputation as the accursed haunt of assorted malignant spooks and spirits, it has cost us a comely copper to induce one of the credulous locals to transport us here. I do have to admit that this place presents a rather eerie aspect. It's easy enough to imagine ghosts drifting along the ramparts of the ruined fort or floating among the after images of the lighthouse beam, but there's only one ghost I'm interested in finding here.
Remember, I'll be back at sunrise. Then I'm heading home whether you're on my boat or not.
Look, there's smoke coming from the chimney of that cabin.
I guess this island isn't all that abandoned. Stay alert. Hello? Anyone home? No one here. We can do some prowling. Whoever's staying in here must believe the stories about the island being haunted. Feels mostly full. It's got a dragon on it, but no indication of what tea is inside. A box of chamomile tea. I'll just take a little bit. Bai Ji Guan. Some kind of Chinese tea, I guess. Nearly empty. Oolong. I think I've had this stuff before. Running pretty low. This one's not labeled. Hey, there's something rattling around in here. A small silver key. I'll just hang on to it. Feel like I could lie down and sleep for weeks. Maybe I will when we're through. It's getting late. I hope we can make that dawn rendezvous. Locked. Because of course it is.
Maybe the key?
Here we are. It's empty, except for a couple of bullets. I'll take those. All things considered, I could be looking a lot worse. It's keeping this place nice and warm. A spare lantern.
Okay.
How rustic. Hey, Nadine. This island gives me an uneasy feeling.
It's not the most welcoming of places, but I don't think we have much to fear.
Hey, Danny?
Yes, Holly.
Pretty spooky place, this island.
I'll say. I can see why people think it's haunted.
You don't believe in ghosts, do you?
I don't know, but we should be careful. Make sure you don't whistle or anything, okay?
What? Why not?
Just trust me.
Okay. Let's not whistle.
Shh. Not another step. There's a guard. Stay quiet. Odd device. Looks like it's meant to be spoken into. Looks like we found the island's inhabitant. What exactly is he guarding? Quite an elaborate contraption. Massive doors. Do they lead underground? Not now. I don't want the guard to hear us. The guard keeps drinking from this cup.
Guess I have to go out to be able to talk to the guys. Okay.
Hey, Danny?
Yes, Holly.
Any ideas for getting us past that guard?
Actually, yes. He doesn't look too tough. I could probably scare him off with a little gunplay. Only trouble is, I'm out of bullets.
Actually, I've already got some.
Great. Shall we go ahead with the plan?
Yeah, sounds great. Let's run him off.
Okay.
Huh? I don't get paid enough for this.
With a skillful shot.
Nice job, Danny. Now to get those doors open. Somehow. I have a feeling pulling that lever will make something important happen. Nothing happened. It's a small slot. Looks like something flat and rectangular would fit.
Uh-huh.
It fits.
Wow. That's something.
This is getting stranger by the minute.
You're telling me. Better take this card back. Don't want to be stuck down there. All right, folks. I think this is it. Wherever this takes us, I have a feeling Dr. Clark will be there.
But will we be able to come back up once we find him?
I sure hope so.
Maybe one of us should stay up here, just in case.
There's no telling what we'll find down there. We should all stick together.
Okay, let's go then.
He didn't quite want to go down with us. To hell we go. No.
What in the ether is this place?
It seems that was a one-way ride.
Damn, I knew one of us should have stayed up there.
So now we're looking for two things: Clark and the exit.
What? We weren't expecting, who are you?
I'm afraid that information is confidential.
Oh, sure. If there's anyone who understands confidentiality, it's us down here. I never realized working with Dr. Clark would involve so much secrecy.
I see. Could you take us to him?
Hang on. You still haven't said why you're here.
We've come on General Laporte's orders.
Oh, well, why didn't you say so? Right, come with me.
Goodness, this place is really something.
I'm glad you think so.
What's that big glowing thing down there?
That's our etheric generator. Powers most everything down here. You get used to the noise. Follow me, please. I'll just be a moment.
Do you think he believes us?
I think we're okay so far. Just follow my lead.
I suppose the deception was necessary. I hope we don't come to regret it.
I suppose General Laporte's curiosity was too much for him to bear. I told him he could come for a demonstration next week. Instead, he sends 3 proxies. I will never understand that man's rationale. But you're here now, so you may as well see what we've got. I'm Dr. Bennett Clark, by the way. And you are?
I'm Miss Legere. This is Miss Redbird and Mr. Luo. We are General Laporte's press corps, here to learn about your research.
The General wants to inform the press now? Already? After everything we've gone through to keep it quiet. I swear the man changes his mind more often than most change their breeches. All right, let's go have a look at Project Rosewater. I'm afraid the testing chamber only accommodates 4. One of you will have to stay out here with Joshua, but you may observe the test through the window. As I said, we weren't expecting anyone until next week. The prototype still needs refinement. Nevertheless, we have made a breakthrough.
Prototype of what, exactly?
You mean the General didn't tell you? Why am I not surprised? There on the tripod, the etheric pistol. The whole purpose and object of Project Rosewater. Juliet, is the prototype ready for demonstration?
I believe so, Doctor. But who are we demonstrating it for?
Miss Legere and her companions. The team sent by General Laporte. Now, please, do us the honors.
Yes, Doctor.
Oh my.
Whoa.
We have managed to confine the chaotic etheric discharge to a very narrow, focused beam over a distance of up to 6 meters, without significant dissipation or redirection of energy, reaching nearly 68.2% efficiency. This results in complete vaporization of most organic targets, with only minimal atmospheric disturbances in the immediate vicinity.
6 meters, huh? Close combat time.
Or a slight tingling sensation on your skin, and a change of pressure in your ears. Perfectly harmless. Oh, and if you are experiencing any alteration to your color vision, I assure you that is also completely temporary.
I taste purple. Does anyone else taste purple?
There are sometimes minor synesthetic side effects. That too will pass. Of course, there is plenty of room for improvement in range, energy efficiency, fine-tuning of the beam's intensity and area of effect, user-friendliness and safety. But as proof of concept, this irrefutably demonstrates that the principle is sound and that it can be scaled up. The rest is iteration.
Well, thank you for that thorough explanation.
Now I'm afraid you must excuse me. I have some time-sensitive tasks I must attend to. If only I'd been forewarned of your arrival, I might have made arrangements. In any event, if you have questions, I or my assistants can answer them. Just be mindful not to touch anything.
Dr. Clark?
Yes, what is it?
Just how long have you been down in this facility?
8 months. We've made extraordinary progress, as you can see. I admit, I had some misgivings when I first learned what would be required of us, but it turns out the isolation has done wonders for our productivity.
So who built this whole underground complex anyway? I'm guessing it wasn't always a secret ethericity lab.
I'm not entirely sure. Apart from the additional equipment I specified, everything was already prepared for us when I arrived in El Presidio. General Laporte isn't exactly forthcoming with information he considers irrelevant.
Why did you agree to work on this project?
Why? I just experienced the worst disaster of my life. My work was first ridiculed and then outlawed, and I was exiled to a barren wasteland. The only prospect I could see was to leave the country and start everything over. But then I received General Laporte's offer. I could continue my work in safety and solitude. Everything I needed would be provided. No investors, no reporters, no loonies, no distractions. I'm certain anyone in my position would have jumped at the opportunity.
Who came up with Project Rosewater?
My understanding is that this work is for the benefit of the Vespuccian army. General Laporte is in charge of the project. Everything goes through him. Other than the facility guards, I've had contact with no one else.
How much longer until Project Rosewater is finished?
We're nearing the end of this phase. If all goes well, we should have a stable, fully functioning prototype by the end of the year.
What exactly is the goal of this project?
Well, once the etheric pistol is complete, we'll begin experimenting with larger caliber weapons.
Etheric rifles?
Yes, and whatever else the General sees fit to pursue.
Where does it stop?
You'd have to ask him that question.
How did this project get the name Rosewater?
My idea. Sentimental, really. I suppose I had gotten attached to my dry and dusty little desert lab. After all, Rosewater was my refuge when I lost everything else. I just made an offhand comment to that effect one day while discussing arrangements with the General. And he said, well, in that case, why don't you bring Rosewater with you? When I found out he made that the official title of the project, it made me smile, I'll admit.
Do you know much about General Laporte?
Not a great deal, no. I only met him when he summoned me to El Presidio. We speak occasionally, but only about professional matters. Just as well, I suppose. His interests don't align particularly well with mine.
So your relationship is purely professional?
It's an acquaintanceship at best.
just how did you come to discover the existence of ethericity?
Ah, now that's a story. When I was a boy, I read about the ancient Greeks and their studies of the heavens. Certain texts made obscure references to observations of energy subsisting in the atmosphere. Something entirely different from electricity. The idea seized my imagination and sparked my passion for the
But it's the
pursuit
Greeks'
of
fault.
ethericity.
I need to tell that
developed
to
an
Caloria.
instrument that
It's
I
his
called
fault.
the aetherometer in order to probe the atmospheric potential. Imagine my delight when I discovered that ethericity was in fact real. Unfortunately, the aetherometer has been appropriated by so-called spiritualists who believe they can use it to talk with the dead.
I'd like to know your perspective on the Lamplight City Expo incident.
That was a dark day. Everything I worked for came crashing down in a matter of seconds. Being maligned and ostracized was bad enough, but I can still hear the screams of those 15 poor souls. If anything good can be said to have come from that horrible event, it taught me that nothing in this life is guaranteed.
What inspired you to become a scientist?
Trite as it may sound, I wanted to make the world better. I had a fortunate birth. My parents were able to pay for my studies in Paris, which is where I earned my doctorate in physics. But even as a boy, I still saw plenty of terrible things going on around me. Others seemed not to see, but I did. Upon my return to Vespuccia, I began teaching and conducting independent research. My only explicit goal was to make some sort of discovery or development that would serve the advancement of mankind. I would like to believe I've achieved that.
I'll let you get back to it.
Thank you.
Pardon me.
Sorry, can't talk right now. If you've got any questions, ask Dr. Clark.
Looks like some demented puzzle box. So this is Project Rosewater. The lab assistant's desk. She's written some notes, but I have no idea what they mean. Flashing lights and other displays. I can't tell if it means something or is just meant to look pretty. Who knows what they keep in there? Not while Clark's around. Hey, Nadine. I never would have guessed a place like this existed if we hadn't seen it with our own eyes.
It certainly explains all the stories about strange lights and ghosts. Perhaps the island's reputation was the reason they chose it to house this facility.
That was really something.
So Laporte's got Clark developing etheric weapons for the military. This throws a wrench in Shaw's plans.
How horrible. Instead of something good to benefit humanity, ethericity is being harnessed to produce suffering and death. Perhaps Dr. Clark will be open to the idea of leaving this project for something less distasteful.
Perhaps. But I can't just ask him with his assistant right there. Maybe I can get her to leave the testing chamber so I can have a moment alone with Clark.
What do we have here? Let's go up here.
Controls, gauges, and dials. Who knows what they're for? These tomatoes are thriving. Must be all the exposure to ethericity.
Okay.
These tomatoes are... Looks like a more complex version of the console back in Clark's desert lab. Some kind of little oven for heating food, I think. This thing is in dire need of repairs. A couple of wires from that food heating device. A couple of wires from that food heating device.
And we got a tomato.
An etheric generator. It's big and loud. There's a card slot next to the door. Seems to be locked.
Okay. Didn't expect me to be able to get in here, but okay.
A set of encyclopedias. The box is full of odds and ends. Some sewing and personal grooming supplies. The only indication of time down here. You could almost think you were in some nice hotel and forget you were in a secret, illegal underground laboratory beneath a ruined fort on a cursed, haunted island. Just some clothes and a couple of storage boxes. Just some clothes. The lab assistants share a room? Not sure if that's progressive or scandalous.
Nothing else here?
It doesn't fit.
I'm to talk to him then.
Hey, can we talk?
Sure. What's on your mind?
Have you been down here long?
Oh, about 7 months, I think. Without any sunlight, you really lose all sense of time. Sometimes it feels like decades.
No sunlight? You mean you never go outside?
No, of course not. Is this some kind of test? The terms were made very clear when we signed onto this project. We don't break protocol. I do really miss the sun, though. Sometimes I feel like a mushroom down here.
How did you become interested in etheric research?
I was already a researcher when I met Dr. Clark, but my field was chemistry. I had dabbled some with etheric experiments after hearing about Clark's research. When I saw him at the Lamplight City Expo, I knew I wanted to work with him, despite what happened. After the dust settled, I approached him about taking me on as an assistant. I got the feeling he was just surprised to still have any support.
Don't you ever get bored here?
Sure, all the time. We've got books, but I've read them all. This is my 3rd time through this one. At least this phase of the project's near completion. Maybe we'll get some time up top before the next one.
Never would have dreamed there was a whole secret facility hidden under this rock in the middle of the bay. Who built it anyway?
The military, I guess. Had to be someone with very deep pockets. Everything was already in place before they moved us in.
What are your thoughts on Project Rosewater?
Honestly, I try not to think about it too much. We're doing important scientific research. I can't deny that. Just because our focus is on weapons doesn't mean our results can't be used for other applications.
How do you like working with Dr. Clark?
It has its moments, but I'd be lying if I said it wasn't stressful. He gets wound up sometimes, which I understand. But other times he picks strange things to get cross about.
Like what?
Well, his biggest bugbear is food in the testing chamber. I made the mistake of taking my lunch in there once, and he just about had a conniption. Cleanliness is one thing, but this is a whole other level.
Yeah, so I guess we are supposed to use a tomato for something in there.
So Clark dislikes food in the testing chamber, does he?
Dislikes? More like detests.
Know anything about General Laporte?
I saw him once, right at the start of the project. Didn't talk to him. He seemed kind of intense. He's the one running this show, as far as I can tell. Beyond that, the man's a total mystery.
Okay, see you around.
Bye.
So, I guess that is the next thing to do then. We go in. We need to distract.
Hey, Nadine.
We need
Think you can occupy Dr. Clark's attention for a few moments?
I can certainly try. Oh, Doctor, could I have a word?
Yes, what is it?
should wait until she's occupied with the pistol.
Well, she just came back, man. Not my fault. Oh, come on, man. Oh, no. That's not what I wanted. God damn it.
Hey, Nadine. Think you can
I can Oh, Doctor.
There. Now to watch the fireworks.
What? Miss Montgomery, what is the meaning of this? How many times have I said, no food in the testing chamber?
But I
don't want excuses. Clear it out. Put away the power cell. Done with testing today.
Yes, Dr. Clark.
For that, Miss Leger, but I'm very particular about rules.
Hey, nothing wrong with that.
Now we need him out of here, though. He will be over here, then, right? If there's anything to do.
Can we talk?
I suppose so.
Just how long have you been working down here?
Good question. It's difficult keeping track of time. We're in September, right?
November, actually.
Oh, then it's been longer than I thought. We came down here in March.
What sparked your interest in etheric research?
I followed Dr. Clark's career from the early days. He was one of the first to begin advancing etheric theory with practical experiments. Not only that, he was getting results. After I graduated from university, I sent him my thesis on the effects of ethericity on plants and animals. I guess that made me one of the few practical researchers out there too. He wrote back immediately with an offer of employment.
How do you keep from getting bored?
The work is pretty all-consuming, and we don't have much of a social scene down here. Dr. Clark is kind enough to lend us his books to pass the quiet hours.
Do you know who built this place?
I suppose this is an old army base, but Clark's had it fitted with some really state-of-the-art equipment. We're lucky to be so well-resourced.
I was blown away by that demonstration. Figuratively speaking, of course.
We've been working on it non-stop, but there are a lot of kinks to work out before it'll be field ready. For instance, we still can't get more than one shot out of each power cell. I suppose in an actual battlefield situation, you'd need to carry around a lot of cells and reload for every shot, like cannonballs. But the power cells are still very difficult to construct, so we only have a few prototypes. We have to recharge them constantly.
How long does it normally take to charge one of the power cells?
Around 6 hours.
Wow.
Wow is right. Joshua hooked one up to the etheric generator and discovered that it charged instantly. But Dr. Clark wasn't happy about it.
Why not?
He said it made the power cell unstable. But we didn't have to wait all day for the next trial, and Joshua was even able to get 2 shots out of that one. The overcharge effect is certainly something we should investigate later.
Between you and me, doesn't it concern you that ethericity is being weaponized?
Not at all. It's a powerful energy source, and this is one of many practical applications.
Sure, but isn't it better to use it for less destructive purposes?
We live in a dangerous world, and these are uncertain times. Other nations probably have their own etheric weaponry development programs underway. If we didn't pursue this research, we'd be falling behind. A new weapon is most useful as a deterrent. Having it in your back pocket means everyone else thinks twice before firing on you. I know Dr. Clark's had some moral reservations about the military applications of ethericity, but he's a professional through and through.
So, what's working with Dr. Clark like?
He's a brilliant man. I learn something new from him every day.
He seems short-tempered.
Well, yes, but that's just the genius mind, isn't it? No room left over for navigating social niceties.
Can you tell me anything about General Laporte?
Not really. I know he's the one overseeing this project, but I've never had the opportunity to speak with him.
I appreciate the chat.
It's nice to have someone new to talk to.
Okay, so we can use that one then.
Dr. Clark?
Yes, what is it?
Dr. Clark, there's something I need to tell you. We're not really from General Laporte's press corps.
What? Who are you then?
Some folks who are hired by D.W. Shaw to come find you.
The head of Vespuccia Petrol?
The very same.
What does she want with me?
She wants you to help her company pivot from oil to ethericity.
How does she intend to circumvent the ban?
She seems to think it'll be lifted soon. Or that she can influence things in that direction.
So she would have me work for VP to generate etheric energy for widespread use?
As an alternative power source, yes. It might even replace coal and oil someday.
Well, that's certainly more appealing than weaponry. But extreme arrangements have been made to develop this project in secret. And at considerable expense, I'm sure. It's not the sort of thing one can just walk away from.
Well, we know he wants to help people, right?
You'd prefer your research be used to find new ways to kill people?
No, but
Look, I understand. You suffered a terrible setback after the expo. I'm sure it must have been hard. You probably felt like nobody would ever take you seriously again.
You have no idea.
I do know that if I were in your shoes, I'd have probably grabbed onto any lifeline. But I can tell your heart's not really in it, especially knowing what it is you're building.
Yes, well...
So you're gonna squander this opportunity to do some real good in the world because you're afraid of a stuffy old general?
You're right, Miss Leger. This isn't about me. This is about humanity. I'll come with you. But... oh goodness. How shall we... We need to do this discreetly. My assistants can't know what's going on. I'm going to my quarters to settle some things. Excuse me.
Okay. Well, now we can get the power cell.
You certainly have a way with words, Harley.
That's why I try and get paid for them.
Okay.
Locked, naturally.
Yeah, well, we have a lockpick, so...
Got it. I'm sure they won't miss just one power cell. Or maybe they will. Either way, I've got one now.
Don't have that long here at the moment. Take the gun.
Let's hope nobody notices this is missing.
So, what we can do then, she said, can we do like this? Select. No.
This seems like a good place to attach the wires. Here we go. Hope this works. Wow, it charged up almost instantly. locked and loaded.
Okay. How you doing, Ranger? Yeah, I know what you meant.
Ah, hello. I'm just leaving a note for my assistants.
Explaining why you're giving them the slip?
I feel I owe it to them.
No cryptic ones, not so far. Took me a little bit, well, finding the general, I guess, was a little bit cryptic, but not that bad.
A toolbox. Naturally, Clark would be a tinkerer. Might I borrow your screwdriver, Dr. Clark?
By all means.
Okay.
At least there's plenty of books down here. Who are those busts of?
Galileo, Copernicus, Da Vinci. 3 great men who changed the world as we know it.
Hoping to add your likeness to the collection someday?
Well, I wouldn't be opposed, if I'd earned it, of course.
A ferrotype of a desert landscape. It's a ferrotype of Clark's old lab near Rosewater. That is one messy desk. What is it they say about desks and mines?
I don't know if I dare to get them.
Dr. Clark?
Yes, what is it?
So how do we make our escape without alerting your assistants?
First things first. We need to call the elevator so we have a way out. But we also need to find a way to disable the communications relay. Otherwise, the alarm will be raised and they'll catch us in no time.
So how can we call the elevator?
Good question. It requires a 4-digit code. To my knowledge, the only people who know it are General Laporte and the guard upstairs.
Too bad I didn't think to ask what it was before getting rid of him.
Without that code, we are stuck.
I'll figure something out. Could you explain this communications relay thing?
Of course. Next to the elevator, there's a device we can use to contact the person standing guard upstairs. It's mainly for emergency use. If the guard doesn't respond after a time, the wires relay the signal to Laporte's office.
So we need to disable it to keep Laporte from suspecting anything.
Precisely.
Something I've been wondering about. When we first started looking for you, the idea was floated, let's say, that you had a stash somewhere of cash left over from investments in your research that had to be concealed once the work became illegal. Is there any truth to that notion?
You're asking me to tell you if I have a secret hidden fortune.
Well, I don't expect you to tell me where or hand it over or anything. I'm just burning to know if there was really anything to the rumor at all, or if it was all just dust and fairy tales.
What do you think?
It's gotta be a load of bull. Pretty far-fetched. Still, I've gotta go there and ask the questions, right? That's the only way to get the full story. Did you know that a group of ethericity worshippers flocked to your old lab and set up a commune there?
My lab in Rosewater?
Yup. We met them when we went there looking for clues as to your whereabouts. They picked everything clean. Built a kind of museum to you and your work.
I had no idea, but my work always attracted strange sorts. Curious gawkers would show up now and again, hoping to catch a glimpse of something spectacular, or the angry bereaved, threatening vengeance for the victims of the disaster. It's been quite a relief not having to worry about all that down here.
That commune by your lab? They're from a religious movement calling themselves the Luminarians. Apparently, they believe that the ether is populated by these otherworldly presences called the Luminous Ones, and that you disappeared because you opened up a gateway to the other side of the veil where everything is bliss and peace, and you transcended and became a Luminous One yourself. They call you Evocator Bennett, and they think that you were just leading the way for them all to follow somehow and cross over into new lives on the other side. They think that anyone who gets vaporized in an etheric blast also transcends into the ether, and their soul, which looks like a butterfly trapped inside their body, gets freed to fly into this other place while leaving behind the shadow of their mortal shell as a marker. They make what they call soul paintings of people that look like the shadows of the disaster victims, and paint butterfly motifs all over everything to indicate the purity and beauty of a person's true etheric form.
Wow.
I'll let you get back to it.
Thank you.
Okay, we need to see something about the elevator then. Let's see here.
There's a metal panel covering part of this contraption.
Okay. That's what we got the screwdriver for.
There we go. Interesting. This metal plate has several contact points. I'd rather not put that on the plate. Well, how about that?
That makes 152. Oh, that's not. That doesn't make sense. What? So 2, 3. I better write these down. What did I do with the pen? No? Hold under. So 2, 3. 5. Yeah, 2, 3, and 5. 6. No. No. 2, 3, 5, 8.
Guess that wasn't the right code.
Huh?
Guess that wasn't the right code.
How is that not the right code? Okay. It is those numbers though. Okay, we try 3. No. Oh wait, it made a noise with 5. Okay. 8. 5. 3. No. 5. 2. 3. So So 5, 2, 3, 8 then.
There! That was it. I figured out the code. The elevator's ready to be called.
Wonderful. Let's be going then.
Not just yet. I need to take care of the communications relay.
The what?
That contraption on the wall there. Clark said we need to disable it before we leave. It's the communications relay. We need to disable it before getting Clark out of here. I don't see any screws, and stabbing it won't help.
Well, let's blast it then.
Stand back. I'm taking this thing out.
I thought the plan was to do this discreetly.
Desperate times and all that. Now come on, let's get out of here.
You're taking the prototype, I see. Wait, where did you get a charged power cell? We only charged one up, and we used it in the demonstration.
I hooked this one up to the etheric generator.
You what? That's incredibly dangerous. That kind of unfiltered surge would leave the power cell completely unstable. Unless it's discharged within the next, 20 minutes. It will explode.
Oh, we'll have to worry about that later. Let's get back topside before your assistants figure out what's going on.
If that power cell starts glowing white, you had better let me know quick.
After you, Doctor.
Something more is gonna happen. It sounds going too easy. Yeah, of course.
Hold it right there.
Shouldn't you be cowering under your bed?
Shut up. Hand over your weapons and come with us. There's someone wants to see you.
Taking some air, Dr. Clark? Kindly stand over there if you would. You three, up against the wall. Ah, there it is. Can't let this fall into the wrong hands, can we? Now, have you got anything to say for yourself?
How did you know we were here?
I had you followed after our encounter at the Jolly Good Club. You thieves are all the same.
We are not thieves.
No, you raided my supply wagon, broke into my private room, took my key card from my safe, and stole my etheric pistol. If you're not thieves, you should consider taking it up. You're naturals.
We had no idea the wagon was yours. We were only trying to help the Otham right a wrong done to them.
Friends to the savages, how noble. It's clear to me you've no idea what you've stepped into. So, who put you up to this?
It was Gentleman Jake. He was leading us on a search supposedly for Clark's lost fortune.
Lost fortune? Curious. Though I'd be rather shocked if he came up with that all on his own. We've chatted long enough.
General, what are you doing?
Conducting my own test, Doctor. It's time to see if your prototype really works.
Not so fast, Laporte. I would strongly advise you not to fire that pistol.
And just who in blazes are you?
Timothy King, representing D.W. Shaw and Vespuccia Petrol.
Why have you come to this little summit?
Miss Legere and her companions were charged with delivering Dr. Clark to my employer. They are the company's responsibility. I'll have to insist you stop interfering with our agents and let them go.
You can't be serious.
I am.
Boys, take care of this louse.
Stand down, pendejo!
Well, we've got all kinds coming out of the woodwork tonight. And who might you be?
Lieutenant General Marisol de la Vega. You must be General Laporte.
Seems you new Spanish revolutionaries are much cleverer than I was led to believe.
General Marquez assigned me to trace the suspicious shipments of Aurum passing through Fort Beaumont. The trail led here. Where is General Marquez?
He didn't make it. He gave his life defending us from Laporte's hired thugs.
What? No, it cannot be.
I tried to save him, but he was too badly wounded. I'm so sorry.
Laporte sent the Blackburns to ambush us. He's responsible for Phil's death.
I gotta put a bullet in your head, Laporte.
Do so, and you'll receive one in kind. That goes for Mr. King as well.
It would seem we have reached an impasse.
I'm afraid the word impasse is not in my vocabulary.
Aren't I entitled to some last words?
Yes, I suppose so. Go on then.
I only regret that I have but one life to give for my country.
I respect your patriotism. Your unoriginality, not so much.
What the heck?
Guess I should have said something else. Let's take that again. You shoot and you'll just end up with 2 bullets in you.
I have faith in my men. They'll do what needs doing.
Surely we can reach some kind of agreement.
What did you have in mind?
We're about to come into a good deal of money. Name your price.
I have no need of your coppers. Besides, my understanding is you'll be paid if you deliver Dr. Clark to Shaw. Needless to say, that is not gonna happen. So no deal.
God damn it.
Guess he's not in the mood to bargain. Let's take that again. Surely we can reach some kind of agreement.
What did you have in mind?
If you let us walk out of here, we'll swear not to breathe a word about any of this.
I'm afraid I must defer to the old adage. 3 men can keep a secret if 2 of them are dead. I'm sure you understand.
Come on, man.
Guess he's not. Let's take that. You're playing with fire, General. Literally.
How do you mean?
The power cell in that pistol is unstable. It's about to blow unless it's discharged.
I see. Thank you for the warning. Suppose I should discharge it.
I just had to do that one.
What a jerk. Let's take... You're playing with
I
fire,
know! What the
General.
heck, man? Oh, god damn it. Oh, I pressed 1 too many times to skip ahead.
Let's take... Surely we can reach some kind of agreement.
What did you have in mind?
Turn that gun on yourself and shoot.
Defiant to the end. In a way, I respect that, but I've had quite enough of you.
So what the heck am I... None of the choices I make there makes a difference, then.
Guess he's not in the mood to bargain. Let's take that again. Aren't I entitled to some last words?
Yes, I suppose so. Go on then.
must say, of all the people I've met, you're the most unstable. Wouldn't you agree, Dr. Clark?
Oh, yes.
What?
General Laporte, there is something you need to know.
Now, Clark? Really?
I am afraid it's quite important.
What then?
Well, you see, in my research, we uncovered some fascinating facts about the nature of ethericity. As it turns out, etheric particles, when agitated, enter a state of flux. They begin to dance, in a manner of speaking.
Yes, and...
Well, normally this isn't a problem, but if one were to, say, contain an excessive etheric charge in a small container, the particles would dance with an ever-growing intensity. They would continue this frantic movement until, after a certain amount of time, the harmonic resonances caused by the vibration of the particles would rapidly intensify, at which point, with no outlet, they would quite literally explode.
Are you saying you've discovered how to make an etheric bomb?
Yes. That would be more or less the long and short of it.
That is excellent news. Although this is a strange time to deliver it. We'll have to work it into the next phase of the project.
Well, as it turns out, I'm a bit ahead of schedule.
Oh?
Yes. An etheric bomb has already been developed.
Clark, you mad genius. I knew it was a wise decision to hire you. I can't wait to see this new weapon.
Oh dear.
Whoa!
Hands up, cobarde!
Nice going, Doctor.
That was... Oh my. I wasn't sure how much longer I could keep stalling.
Let's get off this rock, shall we?
Thanks for your help back
That
there,
sci-fi gun
General.
was something
You're
that
welcome.
the doctor
For what
was
it's worth,
developing.
I'm sure General Marquez
In
would be
an
proud to know
underground
you're
hidden
leading the
base.
revolution now.
News of his death will be a great
And
blow
we
to morale,
stole it.
But we will carry on the fight in his
And-
name.
but he took it
was
from
an
us.
inspiration to us all. At the very least, the revolution can make use of the Orum stored
we
on
tried
the
to
island
escape.
now that the man who conspired to steal it is dead.
Technically, that Orum was government money and belongs to the people of Vespuccia. But as a citizen of this country, I say, have it, with my blessing. Viva la revolución.
Gracias. We have a difficult path ahead of us, but I have hope.
I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you, Miss Leger.
We're back, ma'am.
I assume everything has been taken care of?
All loose ends have been tied.
Splendid. Send them in. You've no idea how pleased I am at your success. It's good to finally make your acquaintance, Doctor. I am D.W. Shaw.
The pleasure is all mine, madame.
We have much to discuss. First, I must conclude my business with Miss Leger and her companions.
Of course.
You've been through a great deal. I cannot thank you enough.
Yeah, I didn't know what was gonna happen. It was hard to know exactly how to delay him. I was trying all kind of ways.
We were almost killed, you know.
I imagined it would be a dangerous undertaking. Yet here you stand before me. I won't keep you any longer. Here is your payment. Mr. Ackerman was promised 25,000, but considering all your trouble, I've increased it to 27. I'm sure you'll find it easier to divide.
Holy shit.
Thank you, Mrs. Shaw.
Pleasure doing business with you. Before you go, I made some inquiries and learned a few rather compelling things about General Laporte. I could share the information if you like.
Okay.
Go on, then.
It seems General Laporte was a staunch supporter of Mr. Atwood's trade party, quite vocal about his desire for the advancement of steam tech and etheric research. There were also rumours that he held some more controversial opinions regarding this country's sovereignty.
He was a separatist?
Apparently so.
You think Project Rosewater was meant to arm some kind of etheric revolution?
I am merely relaying the information I've learned. Anything beyond that is pure speculation. The only person with knowledge of Laporte's motives is the man himself.
And that information died with him. Well, with him gone and the prototype pistol destroyed, whatever plans he had can't come to fruition.
For now, yes. But I can tell you one thing about this world. It is rare that one accomplishes anything of note alone.
We should get back to our hotel. It's been a long night.
Indeed. Goodbye, Miss Leger. I hope you and your friends enjoy the rest of your time in El Presidio.
And thank you, Miss Leger. I appreciate your facilitating this new opportunity.
Best of luck to you, Dr. Clark. This was all very enlightening. So, what are you two planning on doing next?
I'm honestly not sure, but I think I will apply for a medical license after all. I may go back to the San Bernardo Valley, or I may stay here on the coast. It's something I'll have to discuss with Lola.
What about you, Danny?
I'm not really sure. Suppose it wouldn't be such a bad idea to visit my folks. It's been too long. After that, guess I've got to find a new line of work.
What about you, Harley?
Suppose I'll head back to Rosewater. I've got an article to write after all.
And I guess this is goodbye.
This is where we part ways, for now. But you know where to find me. And you can be damn sure I'll write back. I'll see you both around. It was a real pleasure traveling with you.
So long.
Goodbye, Harley.
I'm back.
Well, look what the cat dragged in.
Did I miss anything while I was gone?
Let's see. There was a dust devil by the saloon that nearly knocked Sheriff Gamble's hat off.
Front page news, then.
Seriously, though, I spoke with the leader of the Autumn. She gave me some good stuff. The article runs next week. What of your great adventure?
Concluded now. But I've got plenty of material for an article. Maybe even 5.
And you'd best get to it. Better to jot everything down while it's still fresh.
Right you are, boss. They say the end of every journey marks the beginning of another. If there's any truth to that, this writer hopes the next one is decidedly duller. My companions and I set out from Rosewater and traveled across the Vespuccian frontier, encountering bandits, rebels, visionaries, eccentrics, and many more friends and foes. We were led to believe that our quest was for Dr. Bennett Clark's missing fortune, but as it turned out, we were on the trail of the very man himself. The following is an account of that journey, with no detail spared, no fact left unrelated. And so at the journey's end, you may ask yourself, dear reader, what of the main players in this saga? Danny went home to a happy reunion with his parents. He says he's hung up his pistols and retired from gunslinging, with the intent of pursuing a culinary career. I said I'd be a regular if he ever opened a restaurant. I shall have to honor that promise should it come to pass. Nadine Redbird has begun the process of obtaining her medical license. She tells me she plans to convert Lola Johnson's wagon into a kind of mobile clinic, traveling the frontier helping those in need. It will be a welcome change from the usual traveling merchants hawking miracle cures. I can think of no one more qualified to dispense medical care. As for Miss Johnson, this new business venture will hopefully be more to her liking. At the very least, she now sets her own course, rather than bending to the whims of her clients. Miss Johnson and I never much saw eye to eye. She probably wouldn't even have liked me writing that, come to think of it. Still, it's reassuring to know that she has found some happiness with Nadine. I would be remiss to neglect mentioning our dearly departed friend. Phil Marquez was a great man. He was always true to himself, cared for those around him, and was just plain fun to be around. I will forever cherish the time I had with him, and I will carry his memory in my heart for the rest of my days. Of course, I must acknowledge the catalyst for this grand adventure, Gentleman Jake Ackerman, albeit with some trepidation. For while it's true that he set this whole adventure in motion, it is my unpleasant duty to inform you, dear readers, that Mr. Ackerman is nothing more than a fraud. Far from the brave and noble hero he purports to be, Jake showed his true colors in a moment of danger. We found ourselves ambushed by Blackburn agents. Jake disgracefully turned and fled, leaving us to face the ruthless barbarians on our own. I have not heard from him since, nor would I wish to. As far as I'm concerned, he could be dead in a ditch or drowned in cheap whiskey in some dark saloon corner. The sooner this fallen star fades from our collective memories, the better we can all sleep. As for
some
Dr.
harsh
Clark,
words.
he seems happy in his new employment at Vespuccia Petrol. I can only hope his contributions to Mrs. Shaw's enterprise offer greater balm to the restless, inventive mind and the manufacture of apocalyptic weaponry. That, dear readers, is the long and the short of it. This was an adventure unlike any other I've been on. I doubt any other will ever compare. Whew, my hand hurts. We'll see what Joni has to say about this in the morning. Well, what do you think?
You want my honest opinion?
Yes, of course I do.
It's good. Very good. It's great, actually. There's just no way on God's green earth we can print this.
Why not?
Secret underground laboratories, government conspiracies, special projects to develop etheric weapons. No one will believe a word of it. Not to mention you name some very powerful and important people who'd have me locked up for libel with a snap of a finger.
You're telling me I spent all night writing this article for nothing?
No, let's not be hasty. Maybe what you wrote just wasn't what you meant to write.
Come again?
This story's got everything. Adventure, mad scientists, conspiracies, betrayals. Folk could pay through the nose to read this. If it were a novel.
Novel?
Sure. All you have to do is change the names, do a little narrative restructuring. You can even say it's based on actual events. That way we're off the hook if anyone's feathers get ruffled. What do you think?
A whole book, huh?
Trust me, I have a nose for these things. This one smells like a hit. You're sitting on a pile of aurum.
All right. I'll do it.
Excellent. Now all we need's a title.
That's your job, isn't it?
Suppose it is. It needs to be something catchy. Something simple yet evocative. Something like...
Rosewater. Yeah, that was really great storytelling. I'm not too weird of puzzles and stuff. They were pretty straightforward, most of it.
Dime que me haré, dime que me haré.
6 years the guy worked on this game.
Si los días no me pertenecen, desde que crucé tu jardín.
Pretty impressive.
Si tu aroma mi alma carece, pierdo el deseo de vivir. Y cuando volveré, a mis brazos tenerte. Si estando libre tú eres feliz, cuando nadie tu paso detiene, la distancia no se compadece de estos ojos que sufren por ti. Y vivo la ilusión de que un día regreses, entre abrazos y caricias gracias confieses que no hay vida sin mí. Y dime qué me haré sin tu amor, flor silvestre. Si los días no me pertenecen desde que crucé tu jardín, si tu aroma mi
So what did you guys think about the game? What you saw and heard?
el deseo de vivir.
No. When we asked him to play a song earlier, he did what we had when we were traveling. In the game, he also had a Spanish one. When Phil got a guitar and he did a song for us when we had a break. He also sang in Spanish then. I like this game though. It was good. Well done animations too on the characters. There was a lot of what you said, that the characters were talking a lot more in this game than usual point and click games though. Special thanks, mom and dad. What? Mom got the double thanks. Developed in New York City. Oh, no, the Warriors isn't there. Bonus content, huh? And a bonus